Good morning. You're tuned in to our Lone Star Radio, and this is the Parkway Pulse. It's a show brought to you on the fourth Thursday of every month at 11 o'clock, and we are with the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. I am your host, and my name is Trish Cooper. I'm the owner of Patricia Cooper Insurance Agency on 1488 in Tamina in Magnolia. And with me today is our incoming chair for the board with the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. Her name is Candy Emmerich, and she is with First Financial Bank. Awesome group here in Conroe, as well as other areas. Been around for a while. Good morning, Candy.
Good morning, Trish. Glad to be here.
Yep. Candy and I are going to give you a little bit of information, hopefully get you up to date on all the fun stuff going on with the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. That way you'll be up to date, can get your calendar out and put some things down and attend some of our functions. We have a great time with our group and hope that you can join us and spend some time with us. And the first thing that we wanted to talk about is we have a really big event coming up here soon. It is our monthly luncheon, and it's going to be a lunch and learn. It's the third in a series that we have. Our luncheon is going to be on Tuesday, October the 27th, and the title of this one is Partners in Education. Candy, tell us a little bit about who some of our speakers are going to be and what's going to be going on with the lunch and learn.
Great, Trish. We are going to have a great update on education for out in the Magnolia Parkway area. Dr. Todd Stevens, the MISD Superintendent of Schools, is going to be speaking, as well as Denise Myers. She's the Communications Director for MISD. We're going to have Charity Scott, Master's in Education and Guidance Counselor at Concordia Lutheran, and Dr. Rebecca Riley. She's the President at Lone Star College, Montgomery.
There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. Obviously, we've got early voting going on in Montgomery County and around the area. And there's some important information about some bonds with Magnolia ISD that you might get some information on as well. So that is going to be Tuesday, October the 27th. It's at 11:15. You can register for that online. You don't have to even be a member of the chamber to attend. Just go online to magnoliaparkwaycc.org. And you can register for that event, and that way we'll have an ability to have a place for you. We've had over 100 people at these events, so it gets kind of full, and we'd love to have guests come check us out.
Yes, and you might make a point. It's going to be at the Grace Point Fellowship Church and on Corporate Woods Drive there in Magnolia.
Awesome. Okay. Another great event that we have that's the next night, it's going to be on Wednesday, October 28th from 5:30 to 7 is Tailgaters Pub and Grub. We love our tailgaters, and
yes,
we have a good time. It's an opportunity to just come and socialize and meet some new people. It's a different crowd of people that gets to come because it's after business hours. We have some awesome darts going on and shuffleboard. Great opportunity to do some networking and meet some of our great guests.
Yes, it's a great event for those people who aren't able to attend our breakfast or luncheons. This is just another networking opportunity, and please come, bring a guest.
Absolutely.
The more the merrier.
Yeah. We welcome visitors. If you haven't had a chance to and you're not a member, we welcome you to come as well. And that's at Tailgaters on 1488 at Egypt Road, Wednesday, October the 28th from 5:30 to 7. We have some new members to talk about. Awesome things going on. And Candy, tell us who our new members are that have joined.
Yes, we have M&M Texas Properties. It's a local real estate brokerage firm there on 1488. And we also have Keller Williams of Conroe, Lake Conroe, Magnolia, Huntsville. A third new member is Lake Creek Greenway Partnership. So welcome to them. We're
Absolutely.
glad to have them on board.
Yeah, and M&M Texas Properties and Keller Williams have both joined at our platinum level, so we're really excited to have them and get an opportunity to meet everyone involved with them, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to have them on our show and let everyone listening have an opportunity to know a little bit more about them as well. We also have a monthly breakfast.
Yes, we do.
That is the second Tuesday of the month.
Yes,
isn't
it is.
And so that breakfast is at Eden Cafe.
7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning.
Get you started bright and early, but it's a lively crowd. And again, it's a networking opportunity. You get the opportunity to stand up and do a quick 30-second commercial about your business. You also find out all the new happenings in the chamber as well as in the area.
All right. And we talked to you on the last show. We discussed about a new event that we had that we were really excited about coming up. It was the Magnolia Parkway shootout that took place on October the 10th. And Candy, you were there, and
yes,
a lot of hard work went into that, but it was an amazing event. It's turned out to be one of our premier events. So Candy's going to tell us a little bit about how things went that day.
Yes, we had this on Saturday, October 10th. We had it at Creekside Shooting Range. They're on 105 in Conroe. They were our host and were wonderful. It was a combination clay shoot and 3-gun tactical shoot. Everyone who participated had a great time. There were some fabulous prizes awarded, trophies, even trophies for a group that happened to come in last, but for a good effort group there. We had some great sponsors. We had America's ER was the tournament sponsor. First Financial Bank, my employer, was the advertising sponsor. Greg Holcomb with Holcomb Real Estate provided fabulous stuffed barbecue potatoes. And then we also had the Charlie Riley Band, who provided some lively entertainment for those that were taking a break between shooting. And so it was a fabulous experience. We want to thank all of our sponsors. It was a great event. It's going to be an annual event. We don't have the date set yet for next fall, but we will be sure to announce that as soon as we do. If you're interested in being one of the sponsors for that, please call the chamber office and let Kelly know. She'll put you down.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've heard a lot of really fun things about how successful that event was, and everybody really had a great time there. And listening to the Charlie Riley Band,
yes.
If you haven't had an opportunity to listen to them, they're actually extremely talented and provide a great entertainment to everyone. Again, any information that you need on the chamber, all you need to do is go to the Magnolia Parkway cc.org, and you can find out anything you want to know about our chamber, about the different membership levels. We would love to have you. We are growing like crazy, just like our area is, and there's a lot of great opportunities and things going on in the chamber for you to grow your business and to find opportunities to do things better. Another program that I have had a great deal of fun doing that the Chamber has started, we work with Magnolia ISD in a program called Pedaling for Success. It's a program that we have in place in all of the elementary schools in Magnolia ISD. And our sponsor that we are so happy to have is the Magnolia Target.
Yes. And
they have provided us with an opportunity to provide a brand new bicycle to one boy and one girl in every elementary school in MISD. And the award is drawn at the end of the school year. And the only qualification that the children have to have is that they have perfect attendance.
Exactly.
So show up, do your best in school, and that opportunity to be put in the drawing for that brand new bicycle for one boy and one girl. And we're real excited to have Target as our sponsor for that this year. So something we would love for you to do, again, is the Chamber has a Facebook page. If you're interested in seeing pictures of things that are going on, go to our Facebook page for the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. Like us on Facebook. We love likes. We love having people follow us and get more information about the Chamber. And another great opportunity, if you are a member or if you're interested in becoming a member, we have an amazing ambassador team with our chamber. And if you're looking for an opportunity to meet new people and to promote your business and get your face and your name out there, our ambassador team is the way to go. Again, go to our website, magnoliaparkwaycc.org, and find out about that. And you are currently listening to the Parkway Pulse. And and it is through the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. This is our second show. They actually let us come back after the first one, so I guess we did okay. We're fixing to take a break for just a minute. We're going to come back with our first guest, who is going to be Sherry Branda with Branda Benefits. She's one of our Platinum members, and we're going to discuss a whole lot of things, including open enrollment with the Affordable Care Act. So come back.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
The East Texas Dream Center is in need of your help. We are a nonprofit Christian organization that houses women and children who are trying to get their lives back after being homeless, abused, or addicted. We are conveniently located at 301 South 1st Street, Conroe, Texas, 77301, right here in Montgomery County. Our needs are financial and every needs of gasoline, cleaning supplies, laundry soap, Lysol, and whatever else God puts in your heart. To help our ladies and children, please consider a donation. You may visit our website at www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Again, so you don't forget, it's www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Donations are tax deductible. Remember what Jesus said, with God, nothing is impossible.
Hi folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I want to invite you to join me every Saturday morning right here on Lone Star Internet Radio from 8 to 9 for Outdoors with Luke Clayton and Friends. Bill Dance is a frequent guest. Larry Weissman, Mr. Whitetail, is on the show every week. We talk a lot of hunting and fishing and generally have a good time. So remember, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids are removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
And welcome back. You are tuned in to the Parkway Pulse, brought to you on irlonestar.com. It's Lone Star Internet Radio, and we are with the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. We're sitting here with our first guest of the day, and it's Sherry Branda. She's with the Branda Benefits. Hi, Sherry. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Awesome. Sherry is Branda Benefits, and she and her husband, Tom, represent a lot of different supplemental benefits, employer groups. You have a great portfolio of programs to help people. She and Tom have been in business since 2005, and they're platinum members of the chamber. Very active. We love having Sherry around. Sherry's always there to help us with things. And something that she does is that she works with open enrollment. She and her husband have agents that handle major medical for individuals. They have supplemental benefits. They work with Legal Shield. So there's a lot of different things that their company does. And we're going to discuss some of those things today. Just a little bit about their agency. Again, like they said, they started in 2005, and they work throughout Texas, and they partner with 6 other agents, so they have several different agents with different expertises. So they've done it the right way because they have an ability to specialize in the different benefits so that you have somebody that is very competent in exactly what you need to take care of it. And like I said, they have the legal service plan as well. So you have one client or one contact for a client, either a business or an individual, that you can contact, and they can take care of your needs. So good morning again, Sherry.
Good morning.
A little bit of rain outside today.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
We're excited about that. Just a little bit about what we're going to be talking about. Just explain to us a little bit about what is open enrollment. That's coming up soon, and when it starts, and what should a person do? Should they call now? Should they to get information started, or wait until open enrollment is already active? So tell us, what is open enrollment?
Well, open enrollment is a period of time where individuals can get their health insurance. If you do not have coverage through your employer, you need to have health insurance, and so open enrollment begins November 1st, and it runs through January 31st. But some carriers do have an earlier cutoff, so you want to, and that changes all the way up until the deadline before November 1st.
Right.
So, you want to be sure that you get on board sometime in that 2-month period.
So the important thing is definitely contact someone if you're looking to get the insurance in place. Get an appointment, because I know you guys get busy. Y'all schedule your appointments in time. That's one thing with I have an insurance agency, and we handle personal insurance and commercial insurance, and you guys handle all of our major medical and employee benefits as well for us, and we appreciate that partnership with y'all. But I know you guys get busy. So what should a person do? Should they call and make an appointment? How do y'all handle that? Do you schedule out appointments with everyone?
Yes, we would want to have a one-on-one appointment. You can go to healthcare.gov, though it can be confusing. It's gone through some serious growing pains since the ACA came out.
Extremely painful.
Yes, so, it doesn't cost anything to use an independent agent, so I do highly recommend setting up an appointment, because an agent is going to have been trained and certified. They've studied what all is available on the market today, because each year it changes. In fact, those plans are still changing. There's been a lot of change to the insurance carriers, even the big ones, the Blue Cross and Aetna, etc. So sit with an agent, let them show you what your options are. If you're, depending on your income, you might be eligible for a subsidy. An agent can still help walk you through that process on healthcare.gov. If your income is such that you aren't eligible for a subsidy, then they can help you by just getting directly on the carrier's link. It's a lot to navigate, though, so I absolutely recommend people use the advice of an agent, because it doesn't cost you anything.
Again, y'all do not charge a fee. You're not going to charge them any more for providing that assistance. You're there as an educational tool to provide them with the information and to help them navigate those very confusing waters of getting coverage. So, one of the big things that everybody has talked about is that the penalty. If you don't have insurance. So is there actually a penalty? Is it in effect now? Can you be penalized?
Yes, it's been in effect since the beginning. Under the Affordable Care Act, or ACA we call it, the way it reads is, if you can afford health insurance but you choose not to buy it, then you must pay a fee. Or you have to have a health care coverage exemption. The fee is sometimes also called a penalty, a fine, or an individual mandate. So, for instance, the fee for 2016 is going to be either the higher of 2.5% of the annual household income.
Wow.
Or $695 per adult in the household, and $347.50 per child under 18 in the household.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, there are some maximum fines in both scenarios. That's why it's important to talk to an agent so you understand all the terms and the options. One thing I want to point out too, when we talked about open enrollment period, I don't think many people understood that there is a finite period.
Okay.
A lot of people come to us in June or July and say, I never got on board, but I guess I need insurance now. You can't. You can't get on board. There is an exception though, and that's called a qualifying event.
Okay.
So in the event that you either lose coverage through your employer or your spouse's employer, you were to be married, divorced, have a child, a death, certain things like that, it's called a qualifying event. At that point, you can get on board or make changes.
Okay.
Outside of that, though, we really just have these last 2 months of the year window, and everybody must have it.
Absolutely. So definitely important to know that there is a deadline, and that if you don't meet that deadline, you are subject to the possibility of a penalty or a fine. And there would be an inability without a qualifying event for you to sign up again until that open enrollment starts up again.
Correct. Until the following November.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's great information, Sherry. Now, we've got other thing. You guys don't just do major medical. You guys do other things, which is called supplemental, I can't talk today, or ancillary benefits. So tell me a little bit about that. Not everybody really knows what that is.
Right, and that's really what I've focused on for the last 10 years, and my husband Tom has focused on for the last 25 years. But it's really becoming more of a necessity. But supplemental benefits are sometimes called ancillary or voluntary benefits.
Okay.
These are going to be benefits that are traditionally offered in an employer group. They're designed to fill in the gap of some of the out-of-pocket expenses that a person faces when they have health insurance, even though they have health insurance.
Right, those deductibles.
Right, so we're seeing the deductibles increase tremendously to try to keep the monthly premium down. Often the only option is to increase those deductibles or limit the actual offering.
Correct.
And so what that means is more cost to the family. And some things just aren't covered under health insurance, and I'll give you an example of that in a minute. But we're also seeing people take advantage of HSA plans. Our family personally uses an HSA plan, and what that means is you set a limit of maybe $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 per person, or a maximum of 3 people in the family, for instance. You pay everything out of pocket until you hit that maximum.
Okay.
And then at that point, it's 100% covered by the carrier.
Wow. Okay.
So, supplemental benefits come in handy when you have a big diagnosis, something serious.
Okay.
And the supplemental plans, they're individual plans, for instance, like a cancer, critical illness, accident plan. The nice thing about them is they pay you directly, not the doctor or the hospital. So often those benefits are used to pay mortgage or pay the light bill if necessary.
Right. So time's going by awfully fast.
Yeah.
A lot of good information, definitely. So you guys, again, you work with individuals as well as employers so that you can do group benefits with employers. So you can work with small businesses, large businesses, and individuals as well. So tell me how somebody gets a hold of you guys.
Well, they can contact any one of us individually. They can, our website, brandabenefits.com. I'm embarrassed to say it's temporarily under construction, but it will be back up soon. But we love to visit with, and through the chamber, we're meeting folks that, maybe an employer, business owner doesn't offer anything to their staff. So we like to be able to give them options to bring in some of the different benefits that might not cost them anything. They're voluntary, which means the employee pays for it.
Okay. So one way to be able to find you guys is to go to the Magnolia Parkway cc.org, and you can look up a member business. And there's contact information for you guys on there. We encourage you to call, set up an appointment, discuss those benefits with you guys. I highly recommend the agents there because we use them through our agency. And they've done a great job of taking care of our customers. Again, you're listening to the Parkway Pulse on irlonestar.com, Lone Star Internet Radio. We are the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. We're going to take a break and change out. We're going to have another awesome guest coming to talk to us, and that is going to be Dr. Ada Neal with the Neal Dental Group. I'm excited to talk to her. I am one of those scaredy cat people at the dentist, and I know she is an awesome lady. She'll be up next, so come back. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
And then we got a phone call that he was in the NICU. And that was the scariest moment.
And because we don't have adequate medical care, they flew me in an airplane from my hometown to Salt Lake City. The next morning is when they decided to take him out emergency cesarean section due to an infection. And he was born here in Utah.
And just through a conversation, I found that they had their sleeping bags and they were sleeping in empty waiting rooms up on the 8th floor.
Once you think about it, what a struggle that would be for parents to take care of a child and, get food and a place to stay and the travel expenses back and forth. you realize that's a significant expense.
Families with a premature infant need your help today. Please visit cadenshope.org to learn how you can be of assistance.
Howdy, howdy, folks. Cable Smith, host of the Lone Star Outdoors Show, inviting you to join me Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 on Lone Star Internet Radio for Texas' premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor talk show. So pour yourself another cup of coffee and pull up that stool a little closer to the old campfire, because if you can catch it or kill it in Texas, we're going to talk about it. That's right. Bucks and ducks, gobblers, monster bass, redfish, trout, and a whole lot more. Plus, you never know what outdoor celebrity is going to drop by, from Phil the Duck Commander Robertson to fishing legend Bill Dance or everybody's favorite uncle Ted Nugent. Heck, we might even mix in an interview and hear some brand spanking new Texas music from one of your favorite Texas musicians like Robert Earl Keen, Brandon Ryder, or the honky-tonk kid himself, Aaron Watson. Loved or hated but never ignored, it's the Lone Star Outdoors Show with me, Cable Smith, Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 right here on Lone Star Internet Radio on irlonestar.com.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
Hi, welcome back. You're listening to the Parkway Pulse. We're with the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce, and we've been talking to some of our members here and getting a lot of great information about what our businesses have to offer. And we have another great guest with us. We have Dr. Ada Neal, and she is with the Neal Dental Group. Good morning, Dr. Neal. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm excited to have you. I am one of those scaredy cat patients, and that needs to go to the dentist and quivers in the chair for no reason whatsoever. And so I know you have to deal with a lot of that.
Absolutely. And we actually do have modes to make you more comfortable and to actually make this dental visit a possible one. So we do get a lot of patients that feel the same way. For no reason
whatsoever. I have been, since I was a child, been one of those scaredy cats. I admit it fully. I own it. I'm there. So just a little bit of background that we'd love to hear about you. I understand I've seen pictures of 2 of your 3 daughters.
Yes,
you have some beautiful children. You have 3 daughters. How old are they?
They're 6, 4, and 2.
And you have your hands full.
And hands full every day.
So tell us about what got you into dentistry, Dr. Neal?
Well, I'll give you a little bit of my background. I was born in El Salvador, and I went to school here, and I grew up in inner Houston area, and I was a hygienist before I decided to go to dental school, and dealt with a lot of patients. It was great. I loved it. Yeah. And I decided to go to dental school in Boston University. Incredible living there. It's finally out of Texas, and I'm back to Texas.
Back to Texas, those winters.
Yes.
All right. And so how long have you had your practice here?
Okay, my practice here in the Woodlands, which is off of 242 and 45. Okay. I've had that practice for 3 years now. I've been in practice for 6 years. Okay. And so it's a practice for, I'm going to list some of the cosmetic.
Please do. Yeah, tell us about what you do.
That we do. We do a lot of cosmetic dental procedures such as crowns, bridges, and partials. We do white fillings, and we have something called lumineers, which is very similar to what veneers are. Okay. It's just a lesser preparation of the tooth, which is a fantastic way to make your teeth look absolutely perfect. Okay. We have whitening also in office, or we have a take-home whitening. Okay. Dental cleanings. We do clear braces. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with the clear braces that are right. You don't have those brackets. We do restoration of implants as well. We put the crowns on the implant, and implants are done in two parts. One is the surgical, and the other one is the part where you get your actual tooth. Okay. We have other services, too, that a lot of dental offices seem to be doing now, which is the Botox and Juvederm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which we look at people's faces all the time, and they ask about, what if I can get a little Botox here while I'm sitting in the chair?
Great way to fix that smile.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Inside and out.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So that's something that is new to dentist office, that the Botox and the Juvederm, that's something that has come about recently. Is that
Yes, it is, because really the other doctors, a lot of the dermatologists would take care of these kind of procedures,
right?
But now, since we deal with a lot of the head and neck areas, Botox is something that, of course, we get them in the eye area, forehead, and a lot. That's where most people have trouble with their, wrinkles.
Shh, we don't talk about those
We
things.
don't say those things, no. So anyway, and then the Juvederm, that also for people that are not familiar with Juvederm, it's a filler, and some people, would like to plump up lips a little bit, and we can definitely take care of that.
Well, that's awesome. That's something that I had no idea about.
Sure.
Talking about the different procedures and things that you do, are braces just for kids?
Not necessarily, no. There are some adults, a lot of adults that come in and ask that never had braces, as kids, and they may have even just one tooth that may be out of place. And that's where we have those clear braces, which are very good for the adults. Adults don't really like to wear the brackets, and so having these clear braces is fantastic.
Awesome. Okay. So how often should somebody have a checkup? What do you recommend?
I know a lot of patients say, I'm so scared to go, or the first thing I hear is I really don't want to be here. I hate dentists. First thing as we meet. And I said, I'd love you too.
That's got to be kind of hard.
No, I completely understand the fear. But my best advice for everyone really is to get your regular checkups. At least 6 months is for the majority of people. Then there's other people that are on a 3 to 4 month cleanings. And so my best way to save money, best way to save fear, for you not to be so fearful, is to regularly get your teeth checked. So if you happen to have or get a new cavity, that cavity is very, very small. We're not running into any kind of root canal procedures or the major procedures that of course, if you don't get seen regularly, you probably will need. So
the old procrastination issue creates bigger issues.
Yes,
for sure.
Absolutely.
I know. And you're so nice, and that's the thing is a lot of people have it's an unwarranted fear, because especially with you're so calm, you're so nice.
Thank you. We really try to keep the office atmosphere a calm environment, because we get so many people that are not, it's not pleasant for them. And so we try to cater to everyone and make it a calm environment.
Right. Okay. So tell me again, where are you located? Where is your office?
Yes, we're located off of 242 and 45, right behind the St. Luke's Hospital.
Okay.
We're in the College Park shopping strip.
Okay.
And we're there from Monday through Thursdays. Okay. And from 8 to 5.
Okay.
And what else would you like?
Just you've got a website?
Yes, we do.
Okay. What's your website?
The website is woodlandsneildentalgroup.com.
Okay, woodlandsneildentalgroup.com.
Yes.
Can people go online to your website? I know they can get the phone number to call. I know one of the things as far as making appointments and doing things, everybody wants to do online now.
Yes, you can request an appointment. And so when you go to the website, you can request an appointment, a time of what you would like.
Okay.
And then my assistant will call you back to confirm your appointment time. We have to know for what procedure you're coming in, so she's going to call and reconfirm that for you.
Okay.
You can also go, if you Google me, Ada Neal, you can actually take what they call a 360 tour, and you can view the office. And
awesome.
It's a really neat feature that Google has, and you can go in there and just take a look at the whole office.
I know. I'm familiar with that. We've done that with my agency, and it does give you an ability to kind of look around and be familiar with the surrounding before you go. So another thing about patients, do you take pediatric patients? Do you do kids? You do adults? Tell me what you do.
We see children and adults, everyone.
Okay.
Everyone is welcome.
And when should a person, as far as kids, when should a kid first come to the dentist?
Well, I've seen children beginning from 6 months. Really, the first time when you see your baby starting to have their teeth, it's not so much that we do the exam on the child, but it's more for educational purpose for the parent.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of parents don't know what to do to take care of their baby's teeth. And
Right.
so we take it step by step on what to do with the baby's teeth. What should we do? Should we start brushing? What toothpaste do we use? Do we use toothpaste? So it's a really good educational process for the parent. And of course, we take a look at the baby, and the baby will start getting used to us. And that way,
Right.
the child is not so fearful when it's time to
Here we are
really
back to
take
that
a
again.
quick look.
I started that. I act like that it's a horrible thing to go to the dentist. It's not. Dr. Neal is a wonderful lady. She's very nice. You'll love her.
Thank you.
Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid. I will not hurt you.
But that's talking about the kids. That's the one thing, is just getting them used to being in there, and that level of comfort is
And
important
that
for the child to have that as a developing.
Yes, and
so,
that's very important.
So, tell us again. Give me what's the phone number if someone wants to call Neal Dental Group.
If you'd like to come in and make an appointment or talk to one of our assistants, the number is 936-321-2995. So give us a call and come on in, and remember, don't forget your next checkup, because your smile is timeless.
Awesome. We've really enjoyed talking to Dr. Ada Neal. She's with the Neal Dental Group. And we're going to go to break here and give you a minute to get yourself together, because we have one more guest coming. And it's going to be Judy Bode with Klein Wealth Management. She's going to give us a lot of great information. You're listening to the Parkway Pulse. So come back in a minute.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3, all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our name states what we believe: Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. People eliminate the suffering. Spay, neuter, adopt, please. We rescue abandoned, abused, or homeless animals, do whatever is needed to make them healthy and happy, and then we find them loving forever homes. We envision a county where every companion animal finds a permanent and compassionate home, where communities are enriched by the special bond between people and animals, where cruelty no longer exists, and where every home practices responsible pet ownership. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com. The SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first.
This is Holly Price, Events Manager with Children's Cancer Recovery Foundation. The foundation assists children under age 18 and their families who are facing the hardships of a cancer diagnosis. Our mission focuses on improving the mental, social, and emotional well-being of these families while helping to minimize the devastation that cancer can cause. Located in the Woodlands, Texas, we support families who often face financial difficulties through our Helping Hands Fund. The Helping Hands Fund provides emergency bridge payments directly to the utility companies and landlords, ensuring that each child has a warm, safe place to call home while recovering from cancer. For more information, you can contact us directly at 713-389-5544. You can also check out our upcoming events or make a donation by visiting our website at www.childrenscancerrecovery.org.
Hey, this is Cindy Cochran, and now Conroe can boast of another first. The first morning live talk show, 10 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio, coming straight out of the fabulous downtown Conroe, Texas. Be the coolest guy at the water cooler, or the most informed break room dweller by listening to the fun side of the news, local, national, infinity, and beyond. The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Heaven's Army of Resources and Recreation Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization featuring a 10,000 square foot building located at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas. At Heaven's Army, we offer over 26 different services free for all ages, from karate, dance, drug and alcohol classes, anger management, parenting, food and clothing pantries, to just name a few. We are supported solely by volunteers and private donations. Our main mission is to glorify God in all that we do. At Heaven's Army, we strive to be a hand up, not a handout. Come check us out at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas, or call for more information at 281-689-5864. You may also learn more about Heaven's Army by visiting our website at heavensarmyofresources.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Parkway Pulse on Lone Star Internet Radio. We're with the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce, and hopefully you've been enjoying some of the information we've been providing from some of our members here in the chamber. And we have one more guest that was with us last week and did such an awesome job that we brought her back. And she is here on contingency because she has a brand new grandbaby, and we weren't sure if she was going to be able to be with us. This is Miss Judy Bode. She is our current chair on the board of directors with the chamber, and she is also with Klein Wealth Management as her real job.
I am.
And she, again, was here with us last month and has come back with some awesome information. But congratulations on the grandbaby.
Thank you. Yesterday my job was to just be a coach while that baby was being born. So, 24 hours ago we were in there.
That is so awesome. And it's a girl.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Baby Jack.
Baby Jack. That is so awesome. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So, and having a brand new baby, exactly what we were planning on talking about to begin with, which is planning for changes in your family and what you can do financially to prepare for that and to make that to your advantage. So what would be the best thing for a young couple to think about when they have this life-changing event? More things than one change.
Right. I think that is, when you're in the financial planning phase, you often find yourself as more of a life planner. Obviously it's not my job with clients to help them deliver their babies, but there are so many life changes that come up, and we can kind of, because we help people from that, kind of that beginning to the end of life. So some of the things, especially for younger couples, that are just getting married and just starting their families, some of those crucial things to think about are your insurance. This is important too.
Absolutely.
Because you have an insurance firm. Life insurance is so important. How are you going to recreate that income if something happens to mom or dad? You're going to have to pay for that child care. You're going to need to pay for a house. You're going to now be a one-income family if you were a two-income family before. So that's really an important thing to think about. Life insurance can be fairly cheap when you get it when you're young, and if you don't have it through your employer, which is always a good way to get a good rate is through your employer, but you also may need some supplemental, and we can help with those kinds of things too, just kind of thinking about how much do I really need. Sometimes that's the question. So other thing is, you want to have your wills in place. None of us know what's going to happen. You need to have those things in place. It makes it a lot easier later on, when you do get older. Life gets busy. Sometimes we don't think about those things.
And it's a hard discussion to have. And, who do I want to take care of my kids if something were to happen, and to have that conversation with that person so they're prepared for that in that awful event.
Right. And you want those to be able to pass as smoothly as possible, those assets. To pass as smoothly as possible, and of course, take into the tax consequences and things like that. By the end of people's lives, a lot of times they've accumulated quite an estate. You're going to think about college funding when you have a little one. It's hard to think when they're hours old, oh, this child is going to go off to college. But those of us that have kids know how fast that time really goes, especially since
I
you
had
just sent your baby.
My baby left for college, and I'm still adjusting.
I know. It is just, I know. That's a hard thing to do. And then, of course, budgeting. And of course, now they have a little tax deduction. And so you want to think about taxes as well and taxation. And, of course, none of us want to pay any more taxes than we have to. So they have this little tax deduction now. Jack the tax deduction.
Jack the tax deduction. Awesome. So speaking of tax deductions, we're getting close to the end of the year.
Yeah.
Tell me some things that people need to know as this year is closing out.
Yeah. At the end of the year, we start thinking about that tax harvesting that we can do. Our firm is a financial planning firm, and we also have a CPA side to it.
Right.
So we think a lot about those kinds of things. So when we're looking at our clients' investments, especially those non-qualified assets, so that's your non-retirement money, non-IRAs, and those kinds of things. Those gains and those capital gains, you're going to pay on those as you go along. They're not tax deferred. So we look at all those accounts and we see, okay, can we harvest some of those gains and losses? Now this year, the third quarter was a rocky time. The market's been volatile. It was the most volatile quarter since 2011. So there may be some losses. So you want to capture those against some possible gains from in the past and try to do some planning there. Also, one of the things that we had just sent out from our office last week is, we've got a presidential election that's going to be coming up. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of news. I'm sure you have.
Can't imagine how you hadn't noticed.
I know, right? Unless you live under a rock. But so we just sent out, it's really a nice little feature that we sent out, this pamphlet. It's the presidential candidates' tax views.
Oh, that's important.
It is. And so, they're all touting lots of interesting ideas, of course, because they're selling themselves.
Interesting is a good word.
Right. But although it's still early for the GOP, two things are standing out. They all want to lower tax rates, but get there in vastly different ways. And for the Democrats, the one thing they do agree on is that they want the upper income filers to pay more taxes. Mm-hmm. So on this tax view, we go through each of the candidates, both Republican and Democrat, and it kind of tells you an overview of where they stand on their tax view. So if anybody would like to receive this, that you can go to our website. It's Klein, Klein, the word wealth, and then MGMT for management.com. You can sign up right on there to start receiving these really good informational emails that we send out and things like that. Or they can always call our office at 281-30. No, let me start over. 281-370-0300.
Thought about it.
I thought about that was the problem.
So that's great. So you have a really good, and there's more information that comes out on a regular basis on this email list that they can sign up for that provides a lot of information year-round that they can gather from your company. So tell me about your firm. What other information can they find on your website?
Well, our website really is, it's got a lot of useful tools. It has, some, if you're looking for a mortgage, it's got some calculators and it's got articles on all kinds of things, a glossary. If you're looking for, if just simple things that sometimes you might think, I don't understand that about the market, or I don't understand that about taxation. It's got a whole glossary of information and articles that you can look at to kind of familiarize yourself with some of those things. And you can do all of that. If you don't want to talk to somebody, you can do all of that transparently from that. And if you do have further questions, of course, you can always contact us. We do have a 1-hour appointment time that we give people complimentary.
Great.
Just to figure out if they really do need extra help, or if they're doing things, whether on investments or tax side, maybe they're okay. But that hour can kind of help you confirm whether you need extra help or whether you're doing okay. And it's not going to cost you anything.
Okay. So they can just call ahead of time and make an appointment for a free 1-hour consultation.
Absolutely.
With someone from your firm to just determine whether, what would be a best course of action for them.
Right.
That's awesome.
And the website will kind of familiarize you with what our office actually does too, just kind of that comprehensive life planning that we do in so many facets, anything from estates and trusts. And we do use, different attorneys for different things as well to help us with those documents. But those are all really key documents. Beneficiaries are really important. Just some of those simple things, to have in place. And then, of course, like many other small businesses, we really do try to reach out to the community. We do one community event we're doing right now is our food drive towards the end of the year. So we're collecting right now, have a huge box that will continually be emptied in our office, to the different local food pantries and things like that, because they really need help at the holidays. We're coming up to Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it'll be here before we know it. One other thing that we do is January 23rd, we'll have another shred event. This is the third or fourth year we're doing this. So people can bring by all the stuff that they shred, after the holidays when you get in that cleaning mode. We can take TVs and computers, and that's completely complimentary. So it's on a Saturday. People can just drive through. There'll be people there to help you unload all of that. It's all security safe.
So TVs and computers.
Yes.
So it's shredding electronics. It's not like shredding paper.
It's both. We have
It's both. Okay.
So we have the shredder there on site for paper, and then we've got the guys there for TVs and computers that will take it, and they'll pull out all the hard drives and everything right there.
And they can find information about the date and this for reminders on your website.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Right.
So I think we're going to take one more short little break here. We're going to come back with some information just before the end of the show. You're listening to the Parkway Pulse. We'll take a break and be right back.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today. So remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on League Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org. That's JUNQUE for more information and store hours.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
And we are back with the Parkway Pulse. Just last few cleanup items here for our show just before we go. I hope that you've enjoyed our guests and that you've gotten some good information and places to go to get further information from our members. As you can tell, we have some great members of the Chamber, and encourage you to go to our website, magnoliaparkwaycc.org, and go through our member list and see who all we have. There's some great people there that can provide you with just about any kind of service that you need. We're a great group of people, and we encourage anyone that is interested in growing their business, whether you're a business owner or want to send some of your employees there, to work with us. We have a great group of people. One of the main things that we wanted to make sure and let you know about is our upcoming Lunch and Learn. It's going to be on Tuesday, October the 27th at 11:15 a.m. We would love to have non-members, members come. You can go to our website and register for that event to ensure that we have a place for you, because again, we've had over 100 people at our last Lunch and Learns. They have been so informational and great opportunities to meet some new people. So please go to our website and register for that event. It's going to be Partners in Education, and our panel members will be Dr. Todd Stevens, the MISD Superintendent, Denise Myers, the MISD Communications Director, Charity Escott, the Guidance Counselor at Concordia Lutheran, and Dr. Rebecca Riley, the President at Lone Star College, Montgomery. Should be some great information. I know there's a lot of really nice things coming up with Lone Star College, with the Magnolia Center that's going to be opening. We've got the school bonds that are going for the voting right now. And speaking of voting, early voting is open. We encourage everyone to exercise your right to vote and let your voice be heard. You can go online with Montgomery County and find out the polling locations and where you can vote and the times. But early voting is encouraged, and we would love to have any questions. You're welcome to contact the Chamber office, and we can provide you with whatever information you need as well. This is the Parkway Pulse. It is a 1-hour show. We are on the fourth Thursday of every month at 11 o'clock. We are anticipating more wonderful guests for you and a lot of really good information. We're really having a good time with this. They keep letting us come back, so I guess we're doing okay, and hope that you're getting something from that. Remember that you can revisit us on the archives with Lone Star Internet Radio at irlonestar.com and visit our archives to listen to this again if you missed something and wanted to rehear it. So this is Trish Cooper. I'm your host with Patricia Cooper Insurance, and you've been listening to the Parkway Pulse. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next month.